You may judge me by the end of this story, but what happened with my mother-in-law changed everything for me. It pulled me back from the brink and revived something inside me, a zest for life I thought I'd lost forever. If you aren't ready for the twist ahead, I suggest you stop now. There's too much heat and too many revelations to handle. That afternoon, I stayed late again. My client, as usual, rose from the couch, ready for me to explore whatever tension I hadn't yet addressed. But her blatant attempts to flirt, her openness, repulsed me. She had been coming for massages for 2 months, persistently trying to seduce me, and each time I acted as though I didn't notice. When I got home, my wife was on me, sniffing out any sign of infidelity. She inspected my back for scratches, searched for marks in hidden places. In her mind, I was having affairs with all my clients, probably 10 times a day. What made it worse was the truth. We hadn't been intimate for a long time. The constant fighting had eroded any connection, not just physically, but emotionally as well. I wasn't looking to cheat on her. I wasn't looking to leave her either. We had once been happy, and somewhere inside me, I still clung to the hope that we could find our way back. But it felt like we were on a slow, inevitable descent. I'd take extra shifts, anything to stay away longer, dreading the return to our fractured home. It's a paradox, being trapped in a marriage that makes you miserable, but not wanting to end it. Only someone who's been there can understand the suffocating weight of that kind of hopelessness. That night, she tried something different. She wore a nightgown that was too tight and slathered her face with so much cream I half worried she might slide right off the bed. Lying next to me, she finally spoke. "James, my mom wants a back massage. I told her you're the best at it. She trusts you." "All right, when does she want to start?" "Tomorrow, if that works. 7 p.m. is fine. I'll be done with my last client by then." "Great, I'll let her know. Thanks." Without a kiss or goodnight, she turned away and drifted off, leaving me staring at the ceiling, lost in the silence that had replaced everything we once were. The next day passed in a haze of clients, backs, arms, necks, all blurring together as my own body grew heavy from the strain. By evening, I was worn out, but I still had 2 more appointments. The one who never failed to flaunt herself, and, after her, my mother-in-law. The first one arrived in her usual fashion, leopard print lingerie, legs splayed provocatively on the couch. I focused on the work, stretching and warming her back, while ignoring her pointed hints. As the session ended, she sat up, letting the straps of her outfit slip off her shoulders, her eyes full of suggestion. If I had been even slightly more willing. But the door opened, interrupting the moment, and there she was, my mother-in-law. Petite and attractive, her green eyes large and intense, she had pulled her golden brown hair into a high bun, revealing a mole above her collarbone. Something sharp flickered in her gaze as she took in the scene, her eyes lingering on the other woman. "Hello, James," she said, stepping in with calm precision. She accidentally nudged the client's bag with her boot. "Oh, sorry," she added with a sweetness that didn't match the sharpness of her movements. The client, visibly annoyed, shot back, "You should be more careful." I couldn't have been more relieved. My mother-in-law's arrival broke the tension. Under her cool watchfulness, the client hurriedly dressed and left, leaving a faint trace of her perfume behind. "Wipe the place clean after her," my mother-in-law remarked, almost offhand. Smiling, I changed the sheet. "So, what's bothering you?" "It feels like there are clamps in my lower back," she said, gesturing to her hips, "and between my shoulders, up here." "Let's take care of those then. Get undressed and lie down." I set the mood, soft music, and the scent of lavender from the aroma lamp filled the room. She peeled off her Angora sweater, revealing a red lace top underneath. It caught me off guard, elegant, unexpected. She slid the top off too, folding it neatly on the chair before settling down on her stomach with a contented sigh. Finally, a break from being on my feet all day, she murmured. I reached for my best cream, reserved for special clients. As my hands warmed the lotion, I touched her skin, and she shivered, reacting as though a jolt of electricity had passed between us.